Hi there, thank you for watching my video today. Today we are going to make this beautiful desk calendar, and this is a DIY calendar which you can put together easily. You just need to get a template or this calendar thing from the internet. I popped in online to Canva and I got my free template for there. Once you type the calendar template or 2025 calendar, you get a ton of options and you can pick and choose. I preferred to have squares because I need to fit in my daily tasks or the important ones for the day, and then I need to mention that what went wrong or whatever the meetings I have to just put in the schedule. So that's why my preference was having squares. You can use any format that you like. You can reduce the size, you can change the measurements according to the template that you are using, or you want to cut the size of the calendar down. It's very easy to put together. I have used paper from paper pack because I really wanted to recycle some paper because I have a lot lying in my stash now and I want to get rid of it slowly and gradually. And then these actually make great co-worker gifts because these look so pretty with the pattern paper added as the backing of them. They get strength, plus they look gorgeous too. So without any delay, let's get started and see how this can be made. For this desk calendar, you obviously need the calendar sheets. I just printed these off as a free template from Canva, and then I actually printed these on an A5 size paper, and then I trimmed these down to 5 5/8 by 8 inches, and these are 12 in total. And then for the mats, you are going to need 12 pieces again that measure 5 7/8 by 8 1/4 inches. So I've kept a 1/4 inches increment for both the sides to have this equal border on all four sides. And then I punched holes by coming down 1/2 inch approximately, and then 2 inches almost from both the sides, right and left. And then I have punched hole all these 12 pages. I have used only one side of the pattern paper for sticking my calendar. The other side is plain. You can paste the calendar on both the sides. It's totally up to you. But I like to have a chunkier calendar, and I do not like to just flip it over or rotate it. I just like to flip the pages and then have a new or fresh page in the front. So that's you need for the calendar itself. Then for the triangle part or the calendar holder part, you are going to need one piece of cardstock that measures 11 3/4 by 8 1/4 inches, and on the long side, on the 11 3/4 inches side, you are going to score at 5 7/8. I am using a bit thicker cardstock here. It's better to have a heavyweight cardstock because this calendar part is going to be heavier once we have pasted all these on the pattern paper. So to bear that weight and it doesn't get flimsy, it's better that you use a heavyweight cardstock. If you have a piece of 2mm gray board, that's even better. But I am going to recycle the card paper that is on the outside or the front of a pattern paper pack. So I really wanted to recycle this. That's why I'm using that. Just fold it in half and burnish the score line. And then for the joining part at the base, which you're not going to see but it's going to help the calendar stand, you are going to need a piece of the same cardstock that measures 3 1/2 inches by 8 1/4 inches, and you need to score on the short side, on the 3 1/2 inches side, at 1/2 inch, at 1 3/4 inch, and at 3 inches. So that's all the scoring that you need to do for this. Let's get rid of the scoreboard and then fold and burnish all the score lines. So this is going to be a mountain fold, then a valley fold, and then the last one will be a mountain fold again. Okay, and this is a shape, a W shape that you want to achieve. Now on these 1/2 inch tabs that you are seeing on both the sides, you need to cut a wedge off ever so slightly so that the ends do not show up when we put the calendar together. So just this much. Okay, you're going to do this on all the 4 sides. You do not need to cut a lot, but just a little wedge like this. Oops. And then the last one, like so. Before I put the calendar together, I would like to take one panel and put it, you know, along this, and I want to punch holes here as well. So I'm going to take my reference paper, and using a pen or a pencil, I am going to draw the reference points where I need to make the circle so that everything aligns when we put it together. So using a hole punch, mine is a 1/4 inch hole punch. You can use a smaller one as well, but this works fine for me. Okay, so now you are going to put glue on these 1/2 inch tabs, and these are going to be pasted on this like this for both the flaps, and this is how it's going to stand, and this is what you are going to get, like this. Okay, so let's just quickly put glue on this. And very carefully just line this score line up with the edge here. Make sure that everything lines up properly, because if it does not, your calendar is not going to stand upright. It's going to be, you know, wobbly and wonky, and we do not want that because it's a desk calendar and it needs to be balanced completely. I'm just going to open it, and I'm going to burnish here, and we're going to do the same on this 1/2 inch tab as well. And then you bring your other flap here and you just fold it down. Give it a good burnish too. And here you have your stand. You want something like this. Okay. Now for putting the calendar together, I have these rings with me, and these are the scrapbook rings, and the diameter of these is 1 3/4, almost at the widest, or 1 5/8. Yeah, it's 1 5/8. If you have smaller than this, please use those, but make sure that when you are putting the rings or whichever size of rings you're using, you must be able to slide the pages of the calendar easily towards the back. So over here I am putting in the rings from the back of the calendar. This side is going to be the back of my calendar, and the one facing me right now is going to be the front of the calendar. So you need to just work your way backwards, putting in the last month's first, and this is going to be like so. Just feed in your calendar pages like this, and just put all of those in one by one. This part is a bit tricky. Make sure that you do not rip off any pages, and that's where this mounting with the pattern paper really helps, and it comes in handy because, you know, the simple copy paper or the printer paper is not that much you know, able to carry its strength, and is easier for it to tear apart, but this really strengthens it. And also I've used the construction glue, so that adds a lot of more strength to it. So just close the rings now, and here you have your calendar ready. You can fold flat like this, so you can make these in advance and just put them away. And these make great co-worker gifts, great gifts for your boss or your friends or your family. You can make New Year hampers and just pop these in those hampers. And these are very easy to put together. And I hope that you have liked it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please consider doing so, so that you are not missing out on any of the fun tutorials that I bring for you. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.